Missing bread on your low carb plan? Well, you're in the perfect place. Now, for the best in low carb cooking with a bit of Louisiana flair, be sure to subscribe to my channel and hit that bell button to be notified every time I post a video. Now, bread lovers, rejoice, because at the end of this video, you are going to learn my simple recipe as well as my simple tips and tricks for taking any dish from high carb to low carb. And be sure to watch to the end because I have a special surprise for you. I'm Shelly with Skinny Louisiana. I teach these simple tips and tricks to my hundreds of weight loss clients, as well as in my cookbook, Skinny Louisiana in the Kitchen. And now it's your turn to bring up the low carb spice and today sweet into your kitchen. It really is the simplicity of our ingredient list that's appealing to me, that's appealing to our hundreds of weight loss clients. In our mixing bowl, I have 2 cups of our almond flour. Let's talk about that. We used Bob's Mill specifically. I have a cup of our high protein milk. We used Horizon Organic. We have our egg. We have a dash of salt. We have a cup of our Swerve. Swerve is our sugar replacer that I absolutely adore to use in our recipes. And then we have a cup of our peanut butter. Now, I would love for you to comment below, what is your favorite dish with peanut butter? Let's chat a little bit about why we would use our almond flour. And I love Bob's Mill because it really is a beautiful style almond flour. In the past, we kind of were taught to use whole wheat flour. Well, unfortunately, whole wheat flour still has about 21 grams of carbs. And if we look at our almond flour, and I'm kind of staring at our label right now, it has per 1/4 of cup 6 grams of carbs, but it has 3 grams of fiber. So the net in this product is only going to be 3 grams. And to this, we are going to add a cup of our Swerve. Now, Swerve, gang, is our sugar replacer, and I absolutely love to use Swerve. It is keto friendly, which I know is appealing. We have a lot of folks who are keto on our channel, but the thing about it is that Swerve is what we call a 1-to-1 ratio. So if you have, so check this tip out right here. So this is one of your first secret tips that I'm sharing with you. If you have a recipe that calls for sugar, any recipe, whether it's a dessert or whether it's a salad, you can replace the same amount with Swerve. Now, another reason, this is Skinny Louisiana, another reason I love Swerve, Swerve is an amazing New Orleans product. Health-wise, Swerve is non-GMO. It doesn't cause tummy aches. It is a fantastic product. Of course, I always purchase mine at Drug Emporium, but you can get yours at most of your supermarkets. So comment to me below if you've ever used Swerve and where have you purchased your Swerve at. So we're gonna finish with our dry ingredients. I'm gonna add our little dash of salt. And here's another little secret trick that I like to use whenever I'm mixing any kind of dry ingredients and adding wet. I'm going to use my spatula and make what I like to call a tunnel in the center, and that's going to allow the wet ingredients to come in, and I'm going to combine it with my spatula so that when I take my hand mixer, it's not going to get that poof kind of that comes up in your face. So I want you to comment below if you have ever had that poof of flour, hopefully almond, or poof of sugar, hopefully Swerve, just fly in your face. Let's start adding our liquids. We have a cup of our high protein milk. Now, keto folks, do not panic right here. Do not write anything dirty below. We are a positive page. You absolutely can use your almond milk. You can use your macadamia milk. Myself personally, I still do prefer to use milk. A cup of milk is 12 grams of carbs. This bread cuts into 16 pieces, so it drops it down, still less than 1. So don't panic too much, but I fully understand if your macros are really intense and you need to drop down to the almond milk, please do, please do. I used specifically the Horizon Organic High Protein just so I could add a little bit more protein to this product. Plus, it is absolutely amazing. So we're gonna give this a little stir, gang. We're gonna add our 1 egg. Now, this is where folks may ask me if they could do 2 egg whites. Absolutely, you sure can. And you kind of can notice if you look down that our product's really starting to mix very nicely so we don't get that poof. And then finally, gang, to this, we have our cup. This is it. These are all the ingredients we need for this bread. I have a cup of peanut butter. With peanut butter, a lot of times, take note of this, they will add some sugar to our peanut butter. Really look for the one that is really just your peanuts and that's it. And that's why I did use Field Day Organic for that. This is also an unsalted peanut butter. The ingredients, organic peanuts. The net carbs in this is 4. There's only 1 gram of sugar in here. So this is as low sugar as it gets. Now, if you don't have this, gang, at your local supermarket, compare the labels of your favorite product. The next question that I get is a little tip that I like to use. You see our little Nonstick cooking spray. A lot of folks kind of complain of, how do I get the peanut butter out the jar? Before you measure your peanut butter, take your Nonstick cooking sprays, spray your measuring cup, scoop your peanut butter in there, and it will slide out very nicely. You noticed earlier how our peanut butter slid out very, very nicely. Move this spatula to the side, take my hand mixer, and I'm gonna beat this for about 2 minutes. All right, friends, now is where the magic happens. Grab our 9x5 loaf pan. I've lined it with nonstick aluminum foil. It's another one of my tricks that I love to use, because once it's cooked, we can pull this out. But I also have another trick for you when it comes to this, so stay tuned. We're 350 for an hour, and I promise in that hour time, your kitchen is gonna smell amazing. I wish we had smelly vision, because it's gonna be absolutely phenomenal. So let's kind of move our bowl. Let's get this poured in. And again, the ingredients, so simple. It did not take long to mix this at all. And I will tell you right now, this already smells fantastic. We're getting the last of our mix in. I really wanna lick the beaters, but I'm not going to, because there's egg in here. And I want you to comment below if growing up, your mama let you lick the beaters whenever she made desserts, because gang, I am a Bayou girl, and yes, she did let me lick the beaters. Thank goodness I never got sick. Now, here's our other trick with our nonstick aluminum foil. We cook this at 350 for an hour. I'm gonna kind of bring it up and cover the bread, because an hour is a long time. We don't want the top to burn. And I'm gonna kind of just make like a little, I guess you can use the word cave or something, dome, you know, use your awesome language. We're gonna put this in here. And as you can see in front of me, we're gonna close that, we're gonna start that timer. As you can see in front of me, I have a little bit of cleanup to do. So take an hour, let me clean up, meet me back here, and I promise this kitchen is gonna smell so delightful. It's been an hour. Let's see what we have done for us. Let's let it cool for about 10 minutes. If we pull away our aluminum foil, the bread's amazing. Now this still is warm, so be careful. You may still need to use, you know, your oven mitts. I let it cool off enough to where this is pretty safe to do. And I have my cutting board here. The non-stick aluminum foil really comes in handy, gang. Our hands are clean, so let's kind of lift this bad boy, being really gentle. I'm gonna kind of get this, oops, I kind of just cracked it just a little bit. We're gonna get this out of the way. And you all know, I need to cut a piece and try this bad boy. So let's do this. We got our serrated knife. Oh my gosh, it looks so good. It is, whoa, it is super smoky still. We can see the center. Everything's really cooked very nicely. There's not burnt edges, which is really appealing to me when it comes to bread. And that can sometimes happen when we do low carb bread. So I'm gonna blow on this a little bit. I'm gonna take a big bite. Oh, that's hot. So good, so hot. It's melting. The flavors really just melting in my mouth. What's nice about this bread, I'm taking another little bite. It's not overly sweet. It's so good. When we make desserts or when we make a sweet bread like we did here, that's low carb, we almost feel like we have to add a ton of sugar replacers and all these kind of things. You don't need to. This has just enough sweetness. It's fantastic. We can have a slice or two of this with our breakfast, with our egg white omelet, of course made with, you know, very low sodium seasoning. This is absolutely amazing. The flavors are just coming into me. Like I always say this, like just Mardi Gras beads hit me in my face, because I really was terrible at catching Mardi Gras beads and I would come back with bruises. Can I say that? Because you stay in this video, I have a super awesome treat for you. You can download the recipe to our low carb peanut butter bread. Scroll down below, download this recipe. We have the link, you click on it, and we'll download this recipe directly to your inbox. You definitely want to make this summer. You want to make this for any celebration. It is absolutely fantastic. I can't quit eating it. I'm being rude, talking with food in my mouth. My mama's gonna come out the corner probably and throw a shoe at me. It really is that good. You wanna cook this recipe. And if you wanna join a fantastic group of over 10,000 individuals on Facebook sharing tons of recipes and tons of low carb tips, and of course tons of low sodium tips, be sure to join our Skinny Louisiana Facebook group. I love social shares. If you want to tweet this video, if you want to share it on your Facebook, and then finally, if you love this video, be sure to click that little thumbs up, and be sure, gang, to comment below on what dessert you want to see given a little bit of that Skinny Louisiana treatment. I'm gonna have some more of this. See you later, alligators.